Hello, this is Kevin Antosh. What I'm doing in this video today is I'm taking an excerpt of my workshop presentations that I conduct at various retail and museum conferences, trade shows, expos, and even at small business development or success centers across the United States. The idea here is to share a little bit with you so you can get some free pointers and some free advice in your quest for either your next point of sale system or your first point of sale system. And so today what I'm covering is the difference between computer-based point of sale systems, mobile point of sale systems, which of course run on smartphones and tablet devices, and also some new trends that are emerging really in the last few months, the difference between the mobile 1.0 and 2.0 point of sale solutions. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of very quickly cover what the heck is the difference between web-based and traditional point-of-sale solutions, and how the mobile devices like smartphones and tablets mix in with traditional computer-based point-of-sale systems. And again, I want to very briefly cover the differences between the tablet or the mobile 1.0 and 2.0 solutions. So a little bit of lingo and a little bit of a definition, if you want to call it, in the differences between point-of-sale systems. So we have our traditional point-of-sale systems. It's software that's run on a Windows or Mac-based computer. It's like any other software. You know, if you went to an office supply store, computer shop, and purchased Microsoft Office. The big advantage is it is quicker because it's being run on an actual computer in your business. And the other advantage is you actually own the software. The disadvantage for some folks is that there are much higher initial investment costs as well as some ongoing monthly and annual costs. To give you a general idea, a computer-based point-of-sale system is going to run realistically about $4,000 to $12,000. And then you're going to have ongoing monthly fees that could be as little as about $30 a month to as much as maybe $300 a month, depending on which solution you go with. Now, web-based point-of-sale systems, they rely on a fast internet connection. You never actually own anything, but you have some very budget-friendly monthly payments. And generally, those monthly payments include things like support and service, as well as any updates to the software. And to give you an idea, those monthly payments, depending on the solution, can be as low as about $50 to $180 a month, which if you think of it, that really is not much more than probably a utility bill for your business. This is normally referred to as cloud-based or software as a service or subscription-based point of sale. And I do want to say that the web-based point-of-sale systems are not just for smartphones and tablets or mobile devices, but there are solutions out there that run on a traditional computer through usually a web browser. And as always, I have to put the disclaimer, there are exceptions to every rule, especially with things evolving so quickly here in the point-of-sale world. So if we look at smartphones and tablets or mobile devices, what I've found in working with literally, thousands of retailers over the last 15 years, as well as museums and food service like restaurants, is that they find the learning curve is so much quicker on smartphones and tablets than traditional computer-based systems. And you're not tied down to being right by the computer to conduct a transaction. To give an example, when someone purchases a computer-based system like Retail Pro or NCR Counterpoint or Microsoft Retail Management System store operations, there's usually about 15 to 30 hours of formal training. What I found with the mobile point-of-sale solutions like Vindo, NCR Silver, Clover, Vend, generally folks are up and running within about an hour. It's like I said, it's a very big difference. There was also recently a survey done by retail technology publication known as Bar Insider. And the survey found that about half of all retailers want a smartphone or tablet-based point-of-sale system. But that same survey showed that still about half of all customers look for a traditional computer cash register to pay for their items. So they're looking for that, the customer pull display and the big computer with the cash drawer and everything, versus someone walking around with just a tablet or a smartphone. I will note too that restaurants have been a lot quicker to adapt to smartphone and tablet computer technology as point-of-sale solutions. Through my blog site, I've also noticed over the last 6 months, basically the first half of 2014, that there's been a very definitive shift to folks looking for only mobile point-of-sale solutions that run on tablets or smartphones. There are some new differences that have also emerged just really very recently here in 2014, what I'm kind of coining tablet 1.0 and 2.0, or maybe better would be mobile 1.0 and 2.0. And so basically the initial mobile point of sale systems like NCR Silver and Clover have kind of been coined the 1.0 solutions, because basically they do a little bit more than what a traditional cash register does. Handling things like tracking sales and providing basic reports. 2.0 solutions like Bindo point of sale, they're closer to being true point of sale solutions, meaning that they handle more advanced things like barcode label printing, purchasing, receiving, more detailed reports on things like product sales, customer purchase history, just more details and more functionality than what the 1.0 solutions offer. Also, just looking at the statistics as well as the weekly calls and emails that I get via my point of sale blog site, a lot of folks are really, they're only interested in the mobile solutions that run on the smartphones and the tablets, especially if their gross sales are under 1 million. To give you kind of some rules of thumb, if your business is only doing about 60,000 or less in gross annual sales, then really from a cost and return on investment standpoint, a cash register or maybe something basic like Square is your best solution. If you're in that 60,000 in gross annual sales all the way up to about 1 million in gross annual sales, then really that's kind of the sweet spot for a tablet or a mobile point of sale solution. The reason I say that is one thing I also do at these workshops is there's a return on investment worksheet that we go through, and that helps you kind of calculate where your cost should go related to a point of sale system. And if you're not hitting that 1 million point, you can invest $4, $5, or $10,000 in a point of sale solution, but you're not going to get that return on investment to pay off what you've invested in the system. Whereas if you're just spending 50, 80, or $100 a month on a mobile point of sale solution, it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, again, that's no more than a utility bill, and yet you're going to get a definitive return on investment out of that through the data that you get. And I won't go into detail here because that return on investment part of the workshop is a whole other animal, and it generally requires me to be in person to help folks through it. Another thing I've noticed too with the monthly fees, even a traditional system that runs on a computer generally has a monthly fee, and when you get into the Cadillac of point of sale solutions like NCR Counterpoint, when I've met with folks and looked at their fees and that they're paying easily $100 to $200 a month in ongoing monthly fees to use NCR Counterpoint. And again, that's about the same cost as a tablet solution like Bindo. I do have some various comparison charts. You can always reach out to me if you're interested in talking more about those. So to wrap it up, if I can help for general questions and free advice, again, my name is Kevin Antosh. I do have 15 years of experience doing this. I'm on Mountain Time. My cell number is 208-340-5860. 5632, or you can email me at kevinantosh@gmail.com, or visit my blog site, which has news and tips and tricks and all sorts of stuff, as well as reviews. And that's retailpospondering.blogspot.com. Thanks so much.